Hello everyone and welcome back to the Tobit channel. We're back at it with another tier list. I'm here with Camo Stag. And I'm just gonna say it right now. If you like these videos with me and Camo Stag, be sure to subscribe to both mine and his channels because we have some big plans for Halloween. Alright?
Yeah, this is just a teaser. Halloween candy tier list,
Yeah,
what
I
kind of
like being a
shit you
teaser,
like, what kind of shit, shut up, what kind of shit you like to see get in your bag, and what kind of stuff you'd rather not be there at all.
Yeah, this is where the Halloween candies really come in. Also, we didn't make this tier list, so we're not sure exactly what will be on it. It's listed from S to F rank. F being like absolutely like you'd be kind of annoyed by getting it, not just disappointed. You'd be like actively
Yeah,
kind of annoyed.
people know what the tiers mean.
I don't
And
have
there's
to
a,
go over it.
and there's a never had it, but I think by the looks of this, I think I've had all these candies because I think, especially back in the day on Halloween, I was a real candy junkie, so I'd be.
Yeah, 2019, the year of the first Triple Zone videos. We actually had that was our last grand Halloween. We went out. We were just old enough. We were fit. I was like 15. He was turning 16. Bad Beans was also there, and we were going out.
Yeah, I don't remember how old he was, but
Yeah, we were old enough to be going out on our own, but we were also young enough to fully like really get into Halloween and getting candy and stuff because we didn't have
oh
jobs
yeah,
to get
that
ourselves
was that
candy.
was a good time. That when I flew back, they candy came out weird in the airport scanner, and they like searched through my bag, and they're like, "Oh, it's Halloween candy." And I'm like, "Yeah, yeah, it's
Yeah.
just Halloween candy." Uh-oh.
Yeah, and it was awesome. We went we were out for like that was the
Dude, we were
latest
out
we'd ever been.
I almost said years by accident. Hours. We were out for hours. Uh, I think we ended up going home at like 10:30 or something. I think we started going home at like 10 or 10:30.
Yeah, it
We
was
were out up
crazy.
until we decided people weren't really answering doors anymore.
Yeah, we
But
were we were out pretty late. Like we were probably the last people home in that like neighborhood. Because we were in Bad Beans neighborhood, which it's pretty dang big.
and it was cold. Oh, holy!
Oh
It
yeah,
was
it got
cold.
cold.
Was it cold? And I remember at first, like we had a bunch of candy, and Benji was like, "I'm satisfied with this. It's cold out. Let's just go back home." And I'm like, "Fuck that!" It was still early. I mean, it was like 8 o'clock or something when he said that. I'm like, "We gotta go back out there." And he was we were all happy. We probably made off with like 10 pounds of candy. We had some heavy
Oh yeah, that
bags of
was the
candy
best. That was the
each.
best trick or treat we'd ever done. And then next year
It
was
was. It
20.
really was the trick to end all treats.
Yeah, that was it was the final one because the next year was 2020. There really wasn't anything going on, and then after that, like 2021, we all had jobs and stuff. We were just getting too old for like doing the whole like staying out all night doing that jazz.
Yeah, but you know what? Toby's gonna be out at my house on Halloween. Who knows what'll go down?
Yeah, that's why you gotta subscribe to this channel, and you also gotta both. It might be in the link in the description. Sometimes I forget to put it there, but at the end card of this video, for sure, will be a link to Camo Stag's channel. Subscribe to that. I am going to be in the Halloween special on his channel. So if you like our videos, you gotta subscribe to his channel so you don't miss that. And anyways, yeah,
Let's get right into this.
the Triple Zone podcast, our signature of taking almost 4 minutes to get to the first candy.
All right, all right.
So to start things off, we got 100 grand. 100
100.
million Viagra pills. But yeah, 100 grand. It I think it has a little bit of caramel in it. It was like
It's got
bumpy.
caramel and it had some kind of like crisp in it, which was pretty good.
I remember it being pretty good. I'm
I
going to
remember it
put
being
an
a
A.
solid like A tier candy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly, after this video, maybe I'll like I'll get 100 grand and be like, hey, it is good.
Oh yeah, we
I
should.
remember it being pretty good. I remember it pretty good, but I think it's been a couple years since I had one.
Yeah, it's tis the season for buying candy. So next up is Three Musketeers.
Oh, these are pretty good too.
Yeah, I remember
Like
these being.
honestly, nougat is goaded, and I'm gonna put that shit in A tier.
Yeah, I remember Three Musketeers being pretty good. Though I'm noticing that there is something missing on here. Babe Ruth isn't on here. Baby
What? No
Ruth.
Baby Ruth?
Yeah, I think I need to fix that.
I wait, no. Baby
Um,
Ruth is there. Look next to the almond joy, in between the almond joy and the Butterfinger. Is that a Baby
oh,
Ruth?
they must have redesigned their packages. Yeah,
It looks the same to me.
I remember
I
I
don't
remember
know.
Baby Ruth's being silver, like almost looking like Three Musketeers. Like I remember them being like
That
silver
is
with
silver.
red.
They are silver. They're still silver.
I don't know. It looks a lot more blue in the picture down there. That's why I didn't notice it at
No,
first.
there's blue on me. I don't know. Maybe it like blended into the almond joy. But yeah, we'll get to that. We'll cross that Ruth when we babe do it.
Next is actually, speaking of the 2019 Halloween, here's a classic from that era. 2019 and 2020, we were eating these things all the time. Those Airhead sticks.
Airheads are like
Really,
honestly like kind of S tier.
yeah, I think so far we're like soul linked on this one. I have to concur. We were chomping that down like all the time, 2019 and 2020. I haven't had
Yeah,
them very much
I
since, but I should check
sometimes
them.
I don't eat as much of these as I used to just because
In
I'll admit
general,
that actually back um
just not eating as much
um
candy as we got older and stuff.
well your palate changes and we don't like these sweeter things as much, but I'm gonna try and put this into a Halloween context and put myself into that 2019 mindset.
Oh yeah, this
You
is
know,
like when you're in that candy.
when I just ate a bunch of candy and I didn't care. There's a lot of talk right now about artificial colors. Not entirely sure. I'm not gonna like. I'm not here to call those into question, but one might say they're questionable, and maybe avoid eating things like airheads because they're full of them. And like 100 grand is not spinach and tuna fish, but it's made of things where you know where they came from, I guess. But back in the day, airheads I ate by the bag full, man. So it's just it.
Yeah, yeah. This is not ranking based on how good these are for you. They're just based on like how good they taste, or if you're on Halloween, if you eat them, because like on Halloween, you're not worried about that's not healthy. You're worried about how do I get the best tasting candy? You know,
Yeah, I know.
you want to go out, wear those
It's
cool
like
costumes and
cigarettes,
stuff.
airheads. It's like they
Airheads.
taste super good. They're not good for you, but yeah, I could really suck them down.
Whoa. I can suck you. I'm not gonna finish that sentence.
What's next? What's next?
All right, next is
Go.
almond joy.
Oh, fuck almond joy F tier. Hate them. Fucking coconut shitty candy.
Yeah, I have to concur once
I
more.
would always trade almond joys with my siblings or give them. My mom likes them, but no, almond joy just.
I'm not a big fan of almonds, and I'm really not a big fan of coconut.
And we have no joy in our lives, so like you can put the pieces together. Whoops, sorry.
Dang, you're just laying it out there in the video, huh?
I got a monster energy. It's not intentional, but
Yeah, for anyone who, wonders where that sound's coming from, it's all Camo
it's
Stag.
coming from me. Yeah, it's coming from
All right, so next is Baby Ruth.
S. Like this is one of my favorite candy bars of all time, and it remains one of my favorite candy bars. It's
I
so
rem-
good.
I
They
rem-
were one of my prized candies to get on Halloween because they were super good, and like they're not as common. They're not like super rare, but they weren't as common as like Snickers. You always got a ton of Snickers, ton of M&Ms, ton of Kit Kats, just enough Baby Ruths where you could trade some to other people, still have your own, and they taste great.
yeah,
I
I
love Baby Ruths.
I remember really liking them, not having them as much, and then also part of the reason I really liked them was because I liked baseball and Babe Ruth.
Oh, but yeah, they got peanut butter and caramel and any kind of candy with peanut butter or caramel or like nuts. Like I'm usually a big fan of that kind of thing.
These nuts. All right, but speaking of peanut butter, next is Butterfinger. Also,
Um,
if you hear a chair squeaking, that's my chair.
mine chair. Butterfinger is like they're pretty good. Again, I love peanut butter candies, but the way, like the consistency of them, they really get stuck in your teeth.
Yeah, that is true.
So I don't
never...
eat them as much as like I get other candies. So like they're pretty good. Like they're a solid A tier, but like they're not quite S just because of the way that they are.
Yeah, I liked them. I remember not liking them quite as much. I'm not sure if I wanted an A or B. I think I'm gonna put it in a high B tier. B for Butterfinger. B is still good, don't get me wrong. C is where it starts getting to like mid.
Yeah.
Next is candy corn. I remember our cats used to always try and eat candy corn whenever we would have it.
That's weird. Yeah. That's not good for cats.
Oh yeah, we didn't let them eat it, but like if we left it out on a table and left for a few minutes and the cats were inside, usually Rufus would be sniffing at it.
I used to love candy corn. But it's like so it's just so sweet. It's basically like icing. It's like eating colored hardened
Oh yeah, I
icing.
used to love it as a kid. As a kid,
And now
it'd be an
I
easy
can't
S
eat it.
tier.
I can eat like one piece. I just can't eat it.
As a kid, it'd be an easy S tier. If I were to eat it right now, it's like I don't dislike it, but I don't really like have a love for it. It's nostalgic.
I'd probably put it in like C tier now.
Dang, I was gonna say C tier too. C for candy corn, because like
C for candy corn.
it is just kind of mid now, but like
They smell like.
it's like
Dude, the moon. The moon looks super cool right now.
Epic. I can't.
I mean, it's
it.
big. It's got this kind of orange glow. It's got a mist around it. It's a real.
Yo, that sounds so Halloween-y.
Yeah, exactly. So it's perfect for the tier list.
You know what else is a Halloween-y?
What?
A dog on Halloween.
All right.
Also a peanut. All right, but next is Crunch Bar.
Crunch. Like kind of crap.
I liked how crunchy and generally if a bar had like a distinct texture to it, I always liked that. I liked the way it felt in my mouth.
Yeah, like usually I love stuff like this, but Crunch just is so bland, and the chocolate isn't good, and the Crunch stuff is meh. There's way better chocolate candies that have crunchy stuff in them, like 100 grand. So like Crunch is like, I don't know. I wouldn't even really eat a Crunch bar if it was given to me. Like, I don't know, maybe like D though. I don't know if it's quite Almond Joy because Almond Joy is full of coconut, which is inedible, of course.
Yeah, Almond Joy is gross.
Crunch, like I could stand and eat a Crunch bar. I'll put it in D tier.
So it's not on the list, but it doesn't need to be because they suck. Mounds, those alternate
Oh,
Almond
Mound,
Joys.
yeah, Mound was another. It was just another like Almond Joy type candy, I think.
Yeah, they were also F tier.
Yeah, Mounds sucked too. No one fucking likes getting those in their bag.
Actually, a lot. They were easy to trade off to like Bad Beans, aka Benji. I'm just gonna say Benji. Because like a bunch of my family, like my mom, my cousins, they all love both almonds and coconuts. So I could usually, they did have a purpose for trading for something better.
Yep.
Yeah, I could go get something actually worth eating. But yeah, Crunch, I remember being like good, but not quite as good as some of the others. I'm gonna put in B tier. Next is Dots.
Dots are like, they're F tier. They're not good. I used to trade them to my sister. My sister really she likes Dots a lot. I don't know if she still eats them, but she used to. You could easily trade her Dots, and there was never really a surplus of Dots. Most people only got a couple boxes per like bag, so you could trade them to her, and she wouldn't really get tired of them because it's not like again my Snickers where there's like a billion Snickers,
Yeah, Snickers and
way
Kit
too
Kats.
much. Like they're popular, I get it, but geez.
Yeah.
The Dots, they're not good. They do not taste good.
As a kid, Dots were like an S tier for me. Dots were like my favorites, but as I gotten older, it's just generally like maybe if they were a bit squishier, I just feel like they're always like really sticky and kind of hard to eat. Like with how they look, it feels like they should be like almost melting in your mouth. Like they say they should have gummy bear consistency. That's what it should be. But like they always have a little bit too much firmness to them, which like I don't dislike it the way you do, but as I'm a bit older, it's like it kind of feels like you can feel the unhealthiness on your teeth when you're chewing them. Uh,
Yeah, it's like Butterfinger. You can feel it in your teeth a
mhm.
little bit too much.
Generally, as I get older, it's just like if I eat candy, I basically have to brush my teeth like well not immediately afterwards because that's actually not the best for them. You wait like 5 minutes and then you brush your teeth. But yeah, dots. As I gotten older, I don't dislike them. It's just I don't like them nearly as much as I used to. I think they're C tier. Next is Fun Dip, which I know I've at least had like
Such
knockoffs
a
of.
weird candy. Yeah, but it's basically the same thing. And
Where it's
this
like you have
stuff's
that.
weird, and you get that like chalky stick with the powder. Like
Oh yeah, the
I
chalky
would
stick always
never, I
sucked.
would never go out of my way for this
This
ever. I remember I kind of liked it as a kid because it was a little bit different, but
the stick sucked. I would just use my finger because the taste of my
yeah,
my
the
finger
sticks
tastes
were
better
nasty.
than the
Yeah, you
stick.
got your chalk stick and your weird ass powder.
Yeah, I didn't like it.
Probably like D tier.
Yeah, I'm going to have to concur. They're not as bad as Almond Joy, but definitely D tier in my. Let's see. Next is Haribo. Wait,
Hello,
I was just talking about. I was just talking about these things.
Haribo
Haribo.
bears.
Yeah, Haribo. Gummy bears. I
These
lost
are
the
pretty
word.
good. Like these are actually pretty darn good candy. The yellow ones are kind of the yellow and the orange ones are not that good, but the green, the red, and the clear ones are like superb.
I honestly didn't realize they had different flavors.
Yeah, you shove them all in your mouth, and it doesn't make
Yeah,
too big of a difference.
shoving
But
all
like
them in your mouth.
they're pretty good. Like they're a solid A tier candy.
Yeah, I remember them being pretty good. They were never my favorite, but I always like enjoyed them. I think they're a high B. Next is Heath, which were for some reason super rare. Like I always felt like my
Yeah, you got like one or two, and I don't remember liking them too much.
yeah, I remember being like these are just kind of like they kind of just if I remember correctly, they kind of just tasted like slightly off Snickers.
They were a weird toffee candy, I think is what they are.
Yeah, they were
I
like
remember
kind of
trying one and
chewier
not
inside, I
liking
think.
it that much. Like it wasn't the worst, but it wasn't that good. And I had siblings that liked them, so I just trade them away. I think my brother is the guy who likes Heath. I don't know, like D tier.
Yeah, Delirious Darius. Yeah, Heath D tier. I think for me, I don't dislike them quite as much. I'll put them in mid C tier. Hershey's, the classic Hershey's bar. These I
Yeah,
actually associate. I didn't actually usually get too many on Halloween. I actually mainly associate them with camping because when I was in Boy Scouts, we went camping all the time, and I would love to bring them, make s'mores. So that's actually mainly what I think of when I think of Hershey's. But it will always was kind of cool. Like if it made them feel more special when I got them in my bag, even though theoretically they should just be the whatever like it's the basic candy you got. But for me it was always like, oh, it's kind of like camping, and it's like, as a
it's
kid
about
when you just want to jump into the chocolate without having to wait to make your s'more. Everyone's been like that when they've been camping as a kid. You just want to take a little bite of the stuff because you're impatient.
yeah,
But yeah, Hershey's, so like they always felt a bit more special to me. I don't think I can put them all the way in S tier. I should have them again recently, but like they're, I don't know. I'm kind of torn between a low S tier or top of A tier. No,
yeah.
unless I get more things that just take spots in S tier, I'm putting them in S tier for right now.
Now I've got a bit more of a cynical view on this candy. Wasn't really in Boy Scouts like he was. We had s'mores a few times. S'mores are a treat I like on occasion, but they're very sweet. So like I don't want them all the
Oh
time.
yeah,
But
definitely as
sometimes,
an
yeah,
adult,
I'll
can't do
go
them
for a
all the
s'more.
time.
This is like cartoon. This is like if a stock image of a piece of candy was a chocolate, and that's what it tastes like. It's just not good. You can actually find at the store sometimes these Hershey's bars. They'll have like a vintage art on them, and they'll say it's the traditional recipe. If you can find that, those are good.
Oh
Those
yeah, I
are an
remember liking
actual
those too.
The normal Hershey's, though, the standard ones, you gotta be pretty bad to be F. So I'll put it down in like D. Like, but I would never go out of my way for this. I would always trade them to my sisters who actually did like them. But me, no. I don't think I've ever had a plain Hershey's in like a super long time, at least. I don't know.
I'm
Because
kind of
even when I was like, if I was like down to my last bits of candy, I would like put them in a bucket for someone in the house to find. Sometimes there was candy that no one wanted, like it wasn't getting traded, it wasn't getting eaten. We just throw it in this bucket on the table, and people can find it later. And it was like, yeah, no, the Hershey's chocolate, do not like them.
I
And I'm
like
pretty sure
Hershey's
it's the
sometimes.
same. It's the same chocolate that Crunch bars are, but Crunch bars just put the crunch thing in there, which
Yeah.
you know
I think they
explains
might
what
be.
it's like with Crunch bars.
They do taste a bit similar. I don't know. Part of Hershey's is more the vibe than just. They do taste good. I will say that I do just like the way they taste, but part of it is also the vibe. But yeah,
That's fine.
I think I specifically actually do want to get a Hershey's. Like, I'm kind of start. I'm usually slow to get into the Halloween spirits and stuff. Uh, but like it's starting to roll. I just filmed the Halloween episode of Gamer Foods today. That'll be up on YouTube soon. Don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss it. So like I'm starting to get into the Halloween groove of things. I'm starting to feel it, and I'm like, man, I could actually kind of go for a Hershey's bar right now. Well, not right now. I'm actually really hungry because I haven't had dinner yet. So I want to eat something normal, like with meat and stuff. But after that, I could go for a Hershey's bar. I'll probably save it and buy it when I'm going to Oregon. I'll probably just save all my candy
Oh
and
yeah,
splurging
dude.
for Oregon. There's gonna be lots of Oregon
On
videos coming
Halloween,
on my
we'll
channel.
get some candy on a Halloween and we'll watch it with the movie.
Yeah, that'll be epic. Oh yeah, another reason to subscribe. I'm gonna have a whole bunch of Oregon footage, including I'm planning this whole big beach video. It's gonna be artsy and have cool music and stuff. You should subscribe. That's what the fourth, fifth sub plug I've done in this video.
All right.
Next
Yeah.
is one I never liked as a kid. I think I ate one ball of hot tamales, like not even a whole box, just one ball, because I just hated spicy things as a kid. Now that I'm older, I still don't enjoy like the feeling of spicy, but like after eating like jalapeno stuff on popcorn, I've been like, yeah, I can get down, I can push through the pain if it tastes good enough. So I'll have to give hot tamales another try. But as a kid, I I never actually despised getting a candy I didn't like, because every candy I didn't like, it seemed like Benji liked it, so I
yeah,
could trade it to
someone
him.
else likes it.
But like I didn't like eating it. I didn't like the spicy. But like I don't think I hated them as much as Almond Joy. It's more that I didn't like the spicy. Plus, I would be willing to give them another try these days, but I'm gonna put them in D tier.
I got a bit of a different view. Even as a kid, I love cinnamon candies. I still like cinnamon stuff.
Oh yeah, I like cinnamon. I just didn't like it when it was all spicy.
It's got the burn. I enjoy the cinnamon burn. I remember I as a kid a few times I would eat a box of hot tamales in like a day, and on the occasion where you got them on Halloween, which was kind of rare,
they were a bit rare.
I enjoy getting them.
Yeah, they usually you'd only get like these ones. I think it's because they only come in the big boxes. Most of the things people want to hand out are the small boxes.
Sometimes you can find those like little fun size bags of them. They're just not as common because they're not that popular. Most kids do not like these burning cinnamon candies. I did. I haven't had them in a long time. I haven't had them in a long time, but like I probably
what now?
Well, I mean, I don't know. I haven't had them in a long time.
Yeah, I was worried the audio cut out. You were just thinking.
But yeah, they're cinnamony candy. Usually, some of the better cinnamon stuff is like a sucking kind of candy. You can kind of savor the cinnamon flavor of it a little bit more.
I'll suck your cinnamon.
Generally, it was an artificial kind of cinnamon. Real cinnamon is usually better, but this is probably like a decent like B tier candy.
All right, that is your
overall. I'm not
the
biggest. It's the same texture as like Mike and Ike, which I'm Mike and Ike's okay.
Whoa!
It's not really
Don't blow
Mike.
your mic too early. You gotta save your mic load for when Mike and Ike comes up.
Not the go-to, but same. Okay, anyway.
Next is jelly beans. It shows a Jelly Belly, but I mean, all brands taste the same. Jelly beans in general.
No, Jelly Bellies hit different. Actually, I'll give Jelly Bellies that much.
I guess I haven't had enough jelly beans. I remember them all
Well,
kind
because
of
like
blending together.
sometimes you get those really around Easter, they sell those gross like
Oh, yeah.
giant jelly beans,
Actually,
which like suck for some reason. But little, what's actually the goat of jelly beans is this on Easter Starburst jelly beans.
Oh, those. Yeah, never. I take it
Those
back.
are like
Those
are
were the
so
best.
good. Those are so good.
What I actually
That's not really a
jelly
Halloween
beans-
candy though, so it's not on the list.
I didn't have very much jelly beans at Halloween. What jelly beans actually make me think of is I think of at Christmas we would usually play that game where you spin a wheel and you're gonna eat like a color of jelly bean, and it's like, oh, you
Wow,
got
with
the
the
green jelly
shitty flavor and the good flavor.
and it's like you might get lime or you might get vomit. Like, and it's
Yeah,
just
I
like
never played that shit. I thought it was dumb.
all the older cousins would play it, so then I would play it because I wanted to be cool like them. And I mean, it was fun. It was cool whenever you got to eat a good tasting one, but like, yeah, it was pretty
The thing
treacherous whenever
about
you got.
Jelly Bellies is the good flavors are good, but the bad flavors like buttered popcorn. Ugh.
I guess just take it how like if you
Popcorn
got.
should not be a fucking candy. And the coconut, like the problem is you buy these variety bags with full of good flavors. Now I kind of want to go to the store and get some Jelly Bellies, but like
Yeah, we should save our
I
candy
can't I
maxing
can't get
for
like the
when I'm
basic
out there.
variety because people really like that buttered popcorn flavor. It's disgusting. The other flavors are pretty good.
I mean, we could split. I remember thinking the buttered popcorn was not bad, so like I guess we can split a bag when I'm up there in Oregon. I can eat the ones you don't like.
Yeah. What I was saying though earlier
Except for
about Easter,
coconut.
jelly beans are more of an Easter candy, and like I can't think. I probably might have. Maybe I've gotten Jelly Bellies like once or twice in my Halloween bag, but
Yeah, probably just like a small
they're
bag.
generally more of an Easter basket kind of candy. That being said, like I'm gonna put them in like B because like the good flavors are good, but you get a bag and there's kind of some like bad flavors. I'm like, wow, that sucks. Otherwise, I'd probably put them up in like A tier. It's
Yeah.
also just been many times I've actually had a Jelly Belly, so
I think I'm gonna put them in C tier. Like they're just pretty good. I'm not strongly opinionated on the flavors. I just think like they're decent.
they have a
Next-
nice texture though. They have a
I
like they're
concur.
small and they have a nice shell.
They are
You know?
a nice shape of ball to have in your mouth. I mean ball. I mean bean.
But yeah, for now,
Come on,
yeah,
that was
now I'm
funny.
but I'll stick them in like B. Yeah,
Yeah. Next is an easy S tier, Jolly Rancher.
yeah, that's S.
Yeah,
They're
just
pretty good.
easy.
I don't even use really much Jolly Ranchers. Are just
Jolly
I love Jolly Ranchers.
Ranchers to
I
use.
actually love Jolly Ranchers chews.
Oh, me too. To use modern slang, Jolly Ranchers are the goat.
People don't really. It's funny. People don't say the goat, but people say goated now.
Oh yeah, it's you literally
Because like people
goated.
used to say that's the goat. Now people say goated.
I mean, I guess it's easier to say goated as an adjective, so I
Yeah,
can
it
kinda
makes
see
more
it.
sense. And like, if I was like like there's a lot of, to put it in modern terms, skibbity riz. No, please kill me for saying that.
Skibbity
Please.
Riz is my favorite thing to get in my Halloween bag.
Stupidest thing I've ever said. But yeah, Jolly Ranchers are S tier. They're very good, especially cherry watermelon and blue raspberry.
Yeah.
Great
Jolly Ranchers are
flavors.
just like the king. I love the green ones.
Dang, I keep thinking about Jelly Bellies. I'm looking back on like times where I had them, and I remember like really, really liking them.
Are you saying you want to move them up?
I don't know because, like I said, the bad flavors. I don't know. It's hard because I haven't really had a Jelly Belly.
I don't think Jelly
You know,
Bellies are supposed to be hard. I think they're supposed to be soft and squishy.
No, they have a hard.
Oh,
They
I
have a
was
nice
just,
shell.
yeah, I
Yeah,
guess
I
that
know.
wasn't the
Like,
best
come
candy
on,
to make that joke on.
Shut
Yeah,
up
I
now.
should have waited for another candy to make that joke on.
Yeah, too bad,
Eh,
so sad. Okay.
Indubitably.
I think I remember like the good flavors being pretty good, like A tier. Maybe I'll put Jelly Bellies in A tier.
Whew, all right.
Except for buttered popcorn. Fuck buttered popcorn. It can suck my cock. It can suck my cock. It can suck my.
Oh, I guess I gotta do that. All right. So next is Kisses, which I also think of more as a Christmas
I'll give you some
candy.
kit.
Epic. I'll be
Yeah,
expecting
I
that in
almost
Oregon.
never got
Yeah,
kisses in my bag.
kisses are a
They
Christmas
were
thing
they
because
are more. I always thought of them as a Christmas candy, especially because of the commercial and all.
yeah, the commercial where they do the ringing, and then we would also
Anyways, though, it's
we would
just
always
it's just
buy
re
the
it's
bag
just
of
repackaged. It's just repackaged Hershey's chocolate, so like D tier.
yeah, we would always get red and this bag of red and green
Red and green, yeah, red,
shelled
green,
kisses,
silver.
and we'd put them in a bowl on like the kitchen counter or something, and they would just be out like all Christmas. People would just snack on them like a couple here and there.
Yeah, we couldn't do that kind of thing in my house because people like me and Darius would probably just gobble them up because, like I said, they're not that good. But if it was the only chocolate in the house, we'd probably have our hands all over it.
Yeah. I think I kind of got put in S tier. I like Hershey's. I like Kisses. That it's just I don't know
I'll
something
give
about
you some.
that chocolate. I just like. All right, you're saying you're gonna give me some Kisses. I'm going to be expecting that in Oregon. You better have a bag of them ready
It's
for
gonna be
me.
in the video, so subscribe. Stay tuned for the incest scene of
What? No, I didn't mean that kind of Kisses.
Tommy's
No, 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 no,
YouTube.
no, no, not that kind of Kisses. I'm expecting you to give me a bag of these chocolates.
What? No, no, maybe not incest. If you like that Italian thing that Italians do, they just greeting
Hey,
each other.
that'd be
Just
fun.
greeting each other.
That'd be funny
Yeah,
to put
guys,
in the
there's gonna
video
be
sometime.
footage of me. I hope no one actually watches this now. Why are we being so deranged this time around?
Probably because it's funny.
Okay, let's move
Plus,
on.
it's not too out of the normal. Like I've been watching these Pokemon Then We Fight videos, and the hosts on there get pretty crazy and make the same kind of jokes we do. It's funny.
All right, what do we got
So like there
next?
clearly is an audience for that kind of humor.
What's next?
Next is another goated chocolate, Kit Kat.
Oh no, like B tier.
That's fair. That's
They're
fair.
almost C. I'm not gonna quite put them in C tier, but like
I
they're
didn't.
not that good. They're pretty like they're kind of
I don't like them as
mid.
much as some. I don't like them as much as some of the others. I'm putting it in A tier though.
They're B. They're a cut above stuff like candy corn. I'll admit, but like I would trade most of them away. I never like buy Kit Kats, but like if you put Kit Kats in the fridge, they're actually kind of good. Other than
Yeah,
that, eh.
I like Kit Kats.
They do say cat in them, which makes them that kind of like bumps them up. And
Whoa,
I
cats!
remember on Halloween, I think some of them had like cats on the wrapper,
Oh yeah, some
which
of them did.
thought that was cute. You know.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. So yeah, with cats. Speaking of cats, there's gonna be a cat. There's gonna be some cats in our Halloween videos. Just gotta tell you that. That's another reason to subscribe and watch them. And
Naked.
next is uh next is
The
the
Krabby
Krabby
Patty. Is that
Patty.
the Krabby Patty? The Krabby Patty candies are. I remember them being weirdly pretty good.
I remember them being good, and like I only got them like one
Like
or two
A
years.
tier even.
Yeah, I only got them like 1 or 2 years, not once or twice per year. 1 or 2 years that I ever got them, and I always hoped to get them, but I would never get them. But yeah, A tier
They
two.
might have to like go to the store and like get some Krabby
Yeah, I've
Patties
never
just to,
been
like
able to find them, and I
reminisce.
just remember them like,
The
why is
dollar
this?
store.
Why is the
You can find them
SpongeBob
at the
candy
dollar
so
store.
good? Next is
You know, my main memory of them is actually that one time my mom bought some, and back when I was still in public school, she would like put them in our lunches. So like if we brought a cold lunch, throw a Krabby Patty or two in there, and I'm like, damn, this shit is good.
oh dang, I you just awakened the memory. I feel like there was a time where I had it with a lunch one time at
Well, I'll
school.
awaken some.
I'm already awakened. I am the Force Awakened.
No, but like I might have to go to the store after this and pick up some Krabby Patties and be like, man, this chip Krabby Patty.
I I don't know if the SpongeBob is dead or alive until I watch inside the
It's
box.
inside the box.
I make crabber patties.
Shut up.
Next is lifesavers, and even though the thing on the thing on the bottom has lifesavers and orders of fruit and then mint, but I think we should do the regular one first. Regular mint lifesavers.
It doesn't matter, but wintergreen is one of the best flavors of all time. They're more of a mint than a candy. It was
But
just
you'd get them in your
I
bags.
used to eat them like candy, but it is kind of weird if you think about it to like randomly get mint lifesavers. But I actually do like lifesavers quite a bit. If I want something wintergreen though, I'll probably go for something stronger like an Altoid.
I
But
don't know,
like
some of those lifesavers can be pretty strong.
no, I used to like put like 5 in my mouth at once as a kid. Altoids though, wintergreen Altoids are actually pretty strong and they're pretty good.
Altoids are
But
pretty
yeah, so
good.
like they're like A tier. But generally, if I want gum, I mean, if I want mint though, I go for gum. I like
Mint gum
gum,
is pretty good. I have some mint
especially like
gum
you
right
can
here,
use
actually.
mint to like feel fresh and like
Oh
you
yeah,
get
it's nice.
sugar-free gum. If you get sugar-free gum, you're not actually just making your teeth dirty like you are with a lifesaver or even like an Altoid.
I'm gonna put
Uh,
lifesavers in A tier on mine too. And yeah, I love sugar-free gum. I also love sugar-free cum.
as far as fruit lifesavers go, I remember them being like okay, like
I
B
only
tier, like
That's another one that I only remember getting like once or twice. You said B tier?
yeah, like I remember liking them, but like I can't say that I'm like, oh my gosh, fruit lifesavers, gotta have them.
Yeah, I honestly straight up I think I had them like once or twice, but I can't remember what they're like. I'm gonna have to put
They're
them
kind
in
of they're unremarkable, really.
I'm gonna have to put it in never had it because I just legitimately I cannot judge it because I don't remember what they taste like. And I have no recollection of how I felt about them as a kid. Next is Tootsie Roll Pops.
Oh, dude, Tootsie Roll Pops, like
Unironically,
they're
super
like
good.
straight up S tier. Like they're actually so good. You can call me stupid for like sucking on them. Like, Tootsie Roll Pops are actually,
Oh yeah, I love to suck them until they
and
finish. I like
I
to.
don't even I never liked grape candies, but the grape
Oh, the
Tootsie Roll
grape Tootsie
Pops were
Roll Pop
good.
is so good.
For whatever reason, the grape Tootsie Roll Pop is delicious, and I
In general,
basically don't eat any other. I don't like grape Jolly Ranchers. I
I
don't
like
like the
grape
grape
Jolly Rancher.
Airhead.
I
I
like
hate
grapes.
it. I've never liked like artificial grape candy. It's just gross. I don't like grape jelly. I like to eat red grapes and red wine, but like
Yeah, you eat the red wine.
yeah, red. Anyway, point is
I'm putting it in S tier for me too. And I'm just gonna say the best ones were the ones with a little bit of gum at the middle.
they all the Tootsie Roll Pops did. That's what made them a Tootsie Roll Pop.
Oh, I guess I must be getting mixed up. Yeah, they were the off-brand ones that had the same shape, but didn't have the gum.
Blow Pops? You mean Blow
Yeah,
Pops had gum?
I loved sucking them until I got to the gum. I loved sucking them until they come. I mean gum.
Anyways, okay, enough of that shit. Because Tootsie Roll Pops had a Tootsie Roll in the middle, and it wasn't, otherwise it's just a boring old lollipop, which aren't that good. Like Dum Dums totally suck.
I
Tootsie
like
Roll
Dum
Pops are
Dums.
delicious. And
Like,
like you'd think a chocolate lollipop would suck, but like every Tootsie Roll Pop flavor was good.
oh yeah, they were all
Like that's what's so amazing. I mean, the red ones were the best. Like the brown ones were actually pretty good too. Hell, I mean, I have half of mine. I don't care if I'm 20 going on 21. I might have to get some candy this Halloween from houses just to like see if I can get a Tootsie Roll Pop or two. I mean, honestly, like dead ass, like if you have a mask on, like they'll probably give you candy and not like say a word about it. Like, I don't know, Toby. What do you think?
perhaps. But also, I was looking ahead because of the Tootsie Roll Pops thing, and I noticed, they don't have fruit Tootsie Roll Pops, so
What do you mean? What do you mean? Tootsie Roll Pop just
not
encompasses the
Tootsie Roll
entire.
Pops, sorry. Tootsie Rolls. They don't have fruit
Dude, but
Tootsie
the
Rolls,
fruit
so,
Tootsie Rolls are not good.
but
You're just
I'm
itching to
adding it.
add something. My signature is like moving tiers. His signature is adding things to the list for us to put in the tiers.
Yeah.
Every list, he adds something he thinks is missing, and I mess around with my tiers. That's our dynamic.
Yeah, it's
We're
what
like
makes for the best
Sonic
ones.
Gus and tier lists,
Yeah,
really.
we're Tobit and Camo.
Woo!
Woo! We're
We're tier list
Tobit
and
and
tier list.
Camo.
Tier
Woo!
list.
We're Tobit and Camo, and now it's time to list.
And now it's time to cheer something. That's a go, dude. Christmas time. We'll like rank Christmas movies. I think this December.
Oh yeah, we know enough Christmas movies to rank them for sure. In fact, there's a new Christmas movie called Red One that I'm totally gonna watch. It looks funny.
Yeah, it could be good.
But also, I feel like even if you don't like Fruit Tootsie Rolls, first off, you'll get my opinion on them when we get to them. But you got Fruit Tootsie Rolls a lot. Those tiny little, especially
Yeah, and it pissed me off because the vanilla ones were okay, but the other ones were pretty trash,
because yeah,
which is weird. Fruit Tootsie Roll Pops are good, but the Fruit Tootsie Rolls, no.
but yeah,
So you can
they
make a
were
fruit
around.
shell, put a normal Tootsie Roll in it, but you can't make it. Just didn't taste the same, man.
Yeah, it's just it feels like regardless of if you like it or not, you got them enough that there's the different flavors of Lifesavers. There's the different flavors of M&Ms on this list. It just felt wrong to not have the other flavor of Tootsie Roll that you almost got more than the chocolate one.
No, I don't know about
Man,
that.
okay, yeah, that was an exaggeration that I didn't think through
Yeah,
before
I'm
saying.
gonna.
But
Yeah, don't make me shove my fist up your ass.
you did get them a lot. Oh, I didn't know you were into fisting. All right, I'll add that to the list of video ideas. But
Mm.
next it's time for now. This looks like a job for me. So everybody, M&Ms.
Um, M&M. I've made peace with M&Ms because like I ate them as a kid when they were around the house because my dad used to keep like M&Ms from Costco. He'd get these Costco-sized bags of M&Ms and dump them into these jars, and I thought they were pretty decent. But you get so many M&Ms on Halloween, it's like no one wants them, and like there's too many. They're not even good for trading because everyone's already got a billion of them. My sister
That is
Zoe,
true.
I think my sister Zoe really like normal M&Ms. Or like normal M&Ms. I don't think I've ever like gone and bought myself some normal M&Ms, but like they're not so bad. So like
Mm-hmm.
maybe they're like E tier.
D tier.
No B.
Oh,
Maybe on Halloween. Maybe on Halloween I'll like buy some candy and like retry some candies I haven't had in a long time.
maybe I'll make a video called M&M video where it's just some M&Ms and it plays an M&M song. uh,
Sounds like
I remember them being all right. Like I never like loved them, never hated them. I think they're solid B tier as well. Next
no
is the other M&M. I can't tell if the picture is peanut M&M or peanut butter
peanut
M&M.
is yellow. The peanut bag is yellow and the peanut butter bag is red. So those are peanut.
All right, it looks like peanut butter.
And I love peanut M&Ms.
Oh yeah, there's also what was the
They're
blue
like an
ones?
S tier candy. Like they're actually super good.
What were the blue ones? I remember I got blue ones a lot.
Blue is like some other flavor, but
Yeah,
it's a little bit more
I just
weird.
remember not liking them. I think they were almond M&Ms or not M&Ms. I just remember not liking them that much. But yeah, yellow. Honestly, as much as I
Peanut
like,
M&Ms make me nut because that's how good they are.
I usually like peanuts. I like them a lot. But for some reason, just peanut M&Ms, just I don't know something about the shape, the texture, consistency. Like I don't know, they just kind of felt.
Oh, it's
I didn't.
so good though.
I just never liked them that much. I always traded them to Benji because he liked them. D tier.
They're goated, you stupid
Stupid
nincompoop.
zone.
Nincompoop.
Ah! Next is the one you tried to blow your load on earlier, but I managed to hold it in for you.
Mike and Ike is like
Remember when Mike and Ike
some of
broke
the
up?
alt flavors are good, but like regular Mike
Okay,
and
I
Ike
love the
is like
tropical, the ones in the purple boxes, tropical Mike and Ike's. Those are so good.
regular Mike and Ike, like the red ones are good, but the other ones are kind of not that good. So it's like there's kind of B tier candy. I don't have that much to say about Mike and Ike. I do have a fond memory of when I first got a box of Mike and Ike and shared it with my brother, but it was like this blue like berry box of like these berry
Ooh,
flavors.
yeah, the alt
Standard
flavors
Mike
are
and
good.
Ike, which is what you usually get. You almost never got an alt flavor when you were trick or treating.
Oh yeah,
You almost
never.
you get a couple of like little mini bags of regular Mike and Ike, and standard Mike and Ike is just they're okay. So they're
I
just
I like them. I'm going to say S tier. They were a childhood favorite. I loved them. And then also I remember a fond memory of them with me is when I was still in school for the short 4 years that I was in school for. Uh there was
reference. We continued being homeschooled. We're not
oh yeah, we're not
uneducated.
but Mike and Ike, you remember when they broke up for a bit? There was like Mike and Ike was
Yeah,
still
okay.
together.
I
Like,
remember that shit as a kid though, thinking it was funny. Yeah.
oh yeah, me
As a
and
matter of fact, when I bought that, when my dad got me that box of Mike and Ike as a kid, it was one of those ones where they broke up. Okay, you know what? Actually, maybe when memories coming back, Mike and Ike might be like A tier instead of B tier.
Epic. I've
Like
slayed your Ike.
they're good. They're good, but like just like the regular Mike and Ike is not as good. But, I'm just gonna go ahead and encompass all the Mike and Ike flavors and put it in A tier. And there's a lot of memories behind Mike and Ike. And yeah, I remember that like breaking up thing and like the ads and shit.
Yeah,
Oh, good
I
times.
remember as a kid, in school. The reason I was bringing up school is me and the other people in my homeroom class, started this thing where when they were breaking up, we were all like, okay, we have to pick sides. Like people were siding with Mike, people were siding with Ike, and like getting into like, there was a weird amount of in that school in general, just like not like gangster
Toby, pause
gangs,
it.
but like
Pause.
oh pause
Pause.
okay. All right, and that was a long time for me, but 0 seconds for the audience. The wonders
Yeah,
of recording. All right, so
we're
yeah,
back. We're back.
we were talking about Mike and oh yeah, and I was saying my school was weirdly like not like gangster gangs, but like everyone like had these different things they just decided they had to like gang up about. Like there was the Sandbox gang versus the Tree Hill gang, and like they would fight and like they'd put things in the sandbox, or like the sandbox people would dig up something in the hill with the trees, and it was weird. But like then there was
Dude,
Mike
no,
versus
we had this
Ike.
thing at my school where there was a big grass like area because there was a running track and then there was just a big field you could go into, and whenever they mowed the lawns and left a bunch of grass behind, people would make these grass nests, and like people would like fight each other and like steal
Uh oh.
it was super funny, and me and
You
my
cut
friend
out
were like
when you said grass. It was like they would steal grr. So yeah, they would
they
steal
made
grass.
grass nests out of the lawn shavings, and the gang would steal from each other. Me and my friend were like on no one's side. We would kind of just like steal like other people's grass nests. We were kind of like our own gang, really. Anyways, yeah, back to candy.
Yeah. I want candy. Down, down,
Ugh,
down, down, down. I want candy. That song. All right.
yeah, I don't like that song. It's annoying.
Next is Milk Duds. Those black
Oh,
balls,
milk duds
brown
are
balls
good, but
with
like they taste good, but they're hard and chewy, which like prevents me from putting them up in S tier. They are like they're good, but like they're like hard. I can't go like eat a big box of them. I I don't know.
yeah. I never like cared for them
I would
that much.
say
They're
though,
like
like
B for me.
they're probably like A tier.
All right, B for me, A for you. Next is the other milk one, Milky Way.
B. They're okay.
All right,
The
yeah.
Milky Ways are okay.
They were pretty good. I think I'll have to concur on that one, B tier. And then next is a classic Nerds. Those are an easy S tier. I still love those things.
Also, kinda B.
That's fair.
I used to really like them, and now I kind of think they're eh.
I really like them. I also like the new things they've done with them, like nerd clusters. Next is those little Those bags of mini pretzels you'd get in your Halloween
Yeah,
things.
pretzels are good with like cheese and meat, but they're like shitty by themselves. And like
They were never
I
salty
was
enough. I
not I
like
was
pretzels.
not a fan of getting pretzel bags as a kid. Like,
Yeah, I like pretzels, but like they gotta have like salt or something on them. When then they just and
oh
those
no, like
bags.
the rolled gold pretzels are
I don't know.
salted.
I feel like I always felt like they weren't
I don't
salty
think I've
enough.
ever eaten an unsalted pretzel. That
I
sounds
don't know.
horrible.
I just felt like they were never quite salted enough. They were just never quite
They're
flavored
good.
enough.
Pretzels are honestly the best pretzel food is actually pretzel crisps. Those like flat, crispy pretzels you can buy bags of them at the store. They're called pretzel crisps or pretzel chips. They're really good. They combine a pretzel and a chip, and it's super great to eat with like meat and cheese. Thing
Yeah,
to
pretzels
me,
are generally
eating plain pretzels is like eating a plain slice of bread.
generally
Except
I love pretzels in general. Even just plain salted pretzels. Oh, they're so good. But specifically those little
pretzels are
mini
good
pretzels,
with something, but
I just
like
always felt like these
individually,
I always felt like these bags, as much as I love pretzels, were never quite I don't know, they just never had enough flavor. If they like had the full flavor of a big pretzel, S tier easy. But I'm gonna have to knock them down to B tier for the disappointment.
by themselves, and the implication here is that you're eating them by themselves. It's pretty much B tier.
Alright. Next is Reese's, not Puffs, but it's Reese's season. I don't know, something
Reese's
about the way he says it's Reese's season in that one ad I just really like. It's Reese's season.
Reese's cups are pretty good if you refrigerate them. They're not actually that good when they're warm, but if you put them in the fridge, they're pretty solid, like A tier candy.
Hello, cat. My cat's at my
Big big
door. Hello,
big
come here.
fan of peanut butter.
Is that a roof? Is that down there into the hall? No, that's Hello. My cat Apollo is here now. Alright, but yeah, sorry, where did you say you were putting Reese's Cups on yours?
I would say A tier. Peanut butter, you can't really lose with most peanut butter candy. It's just peanut butter and chocolate taste pretty good together. They really do.
Oh yeah, I always like them. I'm gonna put them in A tier. Next is the Reese's Pieces.
These are like S tier. I love Reese's Pieces. They're good room temp, but like cold Reese's Pieces out of the fridge, it's like immaculate. So good. In my opinion, they're actually the best tasting Reese's candy or Reese's. I love Reese's Pieces. Reese's Pieces are so good. S
I
tier.
I like them. A tier. Not much else to say. Alright, next up, we got Ring Pops.
Oh, like
Which I like
kind of gross.
I
Like F
never
tier.
got I never got them at Halloween, but I would have them like occasionally, and I always thought they were cool. But yeah, they were never that good. Like I always tried to like
They don't really taste good at all. They're like they kind of taste like shit. They're not good.
because I rarely had them. I always tried to tell myself I liked them more than I did. So like D tier. Next is Rolo, which I don't think I ever got. I think I had one on Christmas once.
I don't
I
remember.
never got it for Halloween.
I think I did a few times. I'm pretty sure it's just like a little thing of chocolate with some caramel in it.
Yeah, I don't remember what they taste like at all. I'm gonna have to put it in the never had it because I've had them like
Yeah,
once or twice in
honestly,
my
I
life.
don't remember what they taste like. I'm gonna have to do that too.
Next is M&M's cooler sibling, Skittles. S tier for me, especially if it's any of the like the green bag of
You cut
sour
out.
Skittles. I think that was
You cut out.
Oh, well, that was on your end. I was fine on my end. But yeah, Skittles, easy S tier is what I was saying. Skittles are an easy S tier, and they're also really good and the alternate versions, like a green bag of sour Skittles or the purple bag of tropical Skittles, they just
Oh
hit so hard.
no! Purple isn't tropical. The blue bag is like the tropical smoothie, and
Purple
purple
is
is
mixed
wild berry
berry. Wild
Skittles.
berry, yeah, that's what I was thinking.
But
Yeah, I
yeah,
remember they both exist.
Skittles are easily S tier. They're pretty freaking good.
Yeah, I remember as a kid, I used to think it would be fun to put a whole bag in your mouth and then like feel them turn into one giant Skittle like melted
Yeah, I used
together.
to do that, you know.
I used to do that. Next is Smarties, which
Oh, Smarties suck. I liked them for a bit as a kid, and then even as a kid, they're just weird and powdery and like they're F. They're not good. Smarties are not good.
I always like kind of liked them. I liked them more than the others around here, but I was never like a huge fan. Like I remember liking them decent enough. I'm gonna add them to C tier though. Next is you were talking about these before, Snickers.
Um, they're not bad, but they're not like great. Like I eat Snickers when they're around, but I never like buy them, you know, for
Oh
myself.
yeah, I'd never even when we're like doing this candy maxing. I don't know unless they're like really on sale. I probably won't even buy any Snickers when we're
Regular Snickers are like B tier. Snickers peanut butter squared are like S tier though. Like holy shit, but that's not on the list. Doesn't really need to be because they're not really that common or anything. But
yeah. I'm gonna have to
'cause then
put
we
it in
have to
B tier as
then
well.
we'd have to throw in all the other alternate Snickers. But like regular Snickers are B. They're just they're an all right candy.
Dang it. Apollo meowed at my door to get in, and then now he's meowing at the door to get out.
Yeah, my cat does that too.
Cats are funny like that. They're like, let me in, let me in, let me in. Okay, now I want out. Let me out! And then next is Sour Patch Kids.
Sour Patch Kids are like they're not bad, but like Sour Patch Watermelon is really the better one. But again, you don't get those too much. The blue Sour Patch are decent. Some of the other flavors are like kind of mid. They're kind of like B. I never really like go buy Sour Patch Kids or anything.
That's fair. I always liked them, because I always liked sour candy. Uh, but not quite as much as other ones. I'm gonna put it in A tier. Next is Easy S tier, Starburst.
Oh yeah, Starbursts are great. They're just classic, and you got plenty of them. But uh, it goes like this. Probably goes like strawberry, orange, cherry, and then lemon is like the shittiest flavor. Obviously, lemon
For
is the
me, it'd
like
go.
they're okay, but like lemon is not that good of a flavor.
For me, it went orange, lemon, strawberry.
What about cherry?
I think slightly below strawberry.
I can't. I'm kind of stuck between strawberry or orange being better. They're really good. They're
Orange was
both
my
the
bit.
best thing.
Orange was my goat. Also,
Orange candy can be hit or miss, but orange starbursts are pretty good.
mhm. Now it's time to go to Swedeland or Sweden for some
Sweden.
Swedish fish.
Uh, I used to really like them, and now I think they're okay. They're like B tier.
Yeah, that's fair.
Like just eating a whole bag of them, like I can eat a few, and the flavor just gets kind of old after a bit. I can't eat like a bunch of Swedish
Oh
fish.
yeah, I get kind of tired of it too. I'm honestly gonna put it in C tier. Next, they put a toothbrush, which I actually personally never got a toothbrush.
Yeah, no, it's like a
And
stereotype. I'm not even gonna like do that because like that never happens.
yeah, that I've
That's
never
like in
gotten that.
cartoons. I've got like pencils and shit, but
Oh yeah,
like,
I've gotten pencils and little knickknacks, but I've never gotten a toothbrush.
although honestly, I liked getting like knickknacks as a kid. I would like collect them, like if the pencil had like spiders or bats on it. I've never had a
Yeah.
problem with cartoons. They always like hate it. No one in my house
Oh
ever did.
yeah, I liked them. They were
I always
cool.
got plenty of candy and getting like a little extra thing here and there. I actually thought was neat and interesting. So,
Yeah,
yeah.
it was a cool special like change of pace. Next is Tootsie Rolls.
Oh, like S tier. Like I love the normal chocolate Tootsie Rolls.
I I don't know. I never liked specifically on the big ones too. Like the bigger they were, the less I liked them. Weirdly enough, like
That's weird. The
the
bigger ones are always better. I love the.
the
I
more
think my
chewy it
favorite
got
though were
as it.
the. My favorite were not the thick log ones, but those like extra long
Oh
ones.
yeah,
Those are good.
I like the long ones. The thick logs were just they were too thick and chewy. But like regular, like the small ones or the long ones, I actually like a decent bit. A tier.
Actually, I don't know. The log ones are pretty good.
The log ones were my least favorite. They just always were just too
Okay.
dry and chewy.
No, the least good ones are the small ones because they're small.
The best one, we can at least agree the best ones are the long tubes.
I think those are the most fun to eat. Yeah, the long turd. Yeah, Tootsie Rolls look like actual like shiny pieces of poop, but like that's fun.
Next
It
is
looks like you put some furniture polish on your poop, but it tastes good.
Guess we should try that homemade Tootsie Roll. All right.
That's that.
That's actually what?
No, nothing.
All right. Next is Trolley Sour Crawlers.
These are like a solid A tier. They're not quite S, but they're pretty good.
Mm-hmm. I never got them for Halloween, so I'm not gonna add them to the list. But
I did on
no,
occasion.
not Trolley. Sorry. I've gotten Trolley. It's just Trolley reminded me of something else. I never got on Halloween, so I'm not gonna add it to the list. But gummy worms, I don't know if they tasted different or it's just that the texture was different. I loved gummy worms so much more than gummy bears. Like gummy worms, honestly, I'll still like if I see gummy worms and they're not a bad price and I'm in the mood.
No,
Like
I don't see gummy worms as much.
yeah, I'll gummy worm. I never got them for Halloween, so I'm not gonna add it to the list. But if I did get them for Halloween, they'd be an easy S tier. But as for sour worms, high A. I don't like sour quite as much as I did when I was a kid. It kind of starts to hurt my tongue after I eat too much. But aside from that, like I enjoy, I still like them. Like overall, I like sour more than some other flavors. Next is Twix. Remember there was the right Twix versus left Twix? It just didn't have the
Yeah, no, they still do that, and that just see Mike and Ike did that for a while, and then eventually, oh yeah, the joke gets old. We're not gonna. Twix has been playing it for like 15 years, and
they've been
I
doing
don't
it too
know.
long. And
I don't think it's as funny. I thought Mike and Ike was funny because like it's like actual names, but this whole like left Twix, right Twix, like
yeah,
shut
left
up.
Twix, right Twix wasn't. It was kind of funny like the first one or two times I saw it, but like it got old fast. Mike versus Ike, like that was actually funny because like it was a quote unquote iconic duo that aren't actually real breaking
Yeah.
up. That was actually funny. Twix, I don't know. I agree that it went on too long, but also even just in concept, it was just kind of like a cheap copy because like it just didn't work the same
Well,
way.
I mean, actually, left Twix, right Twix came first, but
Oh well, it just doesn't feel. It does, I guess Mike and Ike just blew him out of the water. Mike and Ike took the concept and ran with it, made
yeah,
something
they made
better.
like actual funny. That being said, though, Twix are pretty good. They're actually an S tier candy, and I like to have a Twix with a glass of milk. Actually,
I have not had Twix in a while, but I remember thinking they were pretty good. A tier. Next
they're
is
pretty good candy. They're pretty good candy.
Next is Twizzlers, and I just want to point out recently, like we got a couple years ago, we got this like candy grab bag, that just had some random stuff in it, and they had these tiny Twizzler nubs in them,
Those are good.
and we would call them like nubblers and stuff. It was funny, but
Twizzlers are like an underrated. I like Twizzlers.
I will say they don't
And
have black licorice on here because they never gave those out. But the black ones are so much better than the red one. I love black licorice.
black licorice is delicious. The black licorice Twizzlers are actually not that good. I prefer to get like
Black red
I
vines are
don't know.
pretty
There's
good.
like I think there's better like brands of black licorice.
That's
And
fair.
good and plenty, which I like never got on Halloween, but good and plenty is so
Oh yeah,
good.
I only had Good and Plenty in Oregon, and when Darius gave me some, and then I had some in Colorado when a coworker gave me
Oh,
one.
dude, black red vines. That's what I like. The black red vines are so good. The brand is red vines, but the black licorice ones, they're so
Yeah, black
delicious.
vines. Yeah, black red
Black
vines.
licorice is underrated.
Yeah, it's
And
so
people
underrated.
way too much. But the regular red Twizzlers are honestly still like a solid like A tier candy.
Oh yeah, Twizzlers are definitely good. Honestly, yeah. I didn't like the nubs as much, and that's the most recent Twizzler I had, so I almost put it in B tier, but think about like regular, like, just, I don't know, something about the viney shape. Like, Twizzlers, they're just fun to eat. A tier.
Yeah, exactly.
Also, they have vegetables here, which never got them as a Halloween candy, but I
Yeah,
would.
so I'm kind of just gonna leave it in there. It's never happened in my entire life.
Yeah, that's never gotten that. Though I will say, fruits and vegetables, like you can't. That's a thing. We should make a fruit and vegetable tier list sometime because there's just so many. You can't judge them all in one thing. Some of them are S tier. Some of them are just like some of them are F tier. So
Yeah, we will have to do that.
like some of them rule and some of them drool. Next is one of the non-candies I actually did get. Little fruit snacks. Those little packs of fruit snacks.
No, but like Welch's fruit snacks are actually super good. It's another like A tier. Like I actually really like the Welch's fruit snacks.
I sometimes I'll buy a family pack at the store because and I'll
They
just I'll have it in the pantry, and then like I'll get into them. The kids will get into them when they're over here. Like people
they
eat them.
parade themselves as being healthy, but they have like slightly less sugar, still have Red 40 and shit, and
Yeah,
they're
they're
just
basically
shaped like
candy.
fruit. It's candy. Fruit snacks are candy. They taste like candy because they are candy. Like
I just
maybe if you find some kind of like all natural-ish one, but like
yeah,
Welch's fruit
Welch's ain't.
snacks, they are just candy. Like
Yeah, Welch's are just candy. There are ones I have had all natural ones that have been pretty good. Also, the
yeah, I
cat's at my
can't
door again.
remember. I think Mott's maybe it's the Mott's fruit
Hello,
snacks.
come in.
Okay, dude, let's.
I was just letting my cat in the door again because he does that. And so he need. But yeah, next is Whoppers.
Dude,
Whopper, Whopper,
goated?
Whopper, Whopper.
No, but like my A tier is getting pretty big. Like I don't think Whoppers are quite S, but they're A tier. Whoppers are pretty delicious. Ugh.
I remember liking them, but not quite as much as the other people around me. A tier. Next is second to last, York. York
Oh,
Mints.
D tier. These are not good.
I
These
like
are
them,
weird.
but
They're
once
weird. The texture is weird. The taste is weird. It's like this weird kind of nasty mint. I don't know. It's just they're not good.
that's fair. I like them personally. Everyone around me seems to like them a bit more, but I still think they're high A or maybe even S if I think about it. But once again,
That's
that's another
crazy.
candy. That's another chocolate candy. That makes me think of Christmas more because we would always get Yorks or other brands of like mint chocolate chip cookie, like Girl Scout cookies, and we'd have them in our freezer like all winter long, and we'd just get into them and have like super cold mints, and it was actually really good. And next is the one that I added, the one you've all been waiting for, Fruit Tootsie Rolls.
And spoiler alert, they're like D tier. They're terrible.
Well, it's not spoiler alert. This is the part of the show where you're supposed to tell them.
Oh, well, that's not really what I mean. Like I say
I get.
spoiler alert when I'm saying like, guys, here's the facts. They're not good. No one except for Toby, no one that I know likes the fruit Tootsie Rolls.
I
They're weird and they're
love them.
gross. No, like they're like F tier even. I'm gonna put them like F. Like these should not exist.
I'm going to
These
have to strongly disagree. They're an easy S tier for me. I love all of them. Actually, and it's funny, you mentioned vanilla being the one you liked. Vanilla is the
it's okay. It's the tolerable
I'm
flavor.
going to say vanilla is the only one I don't like. Vanilla, I'd always trade the vanillas away because that's the only flavor that the others could stand. I loved the banana ones. I loved the grape ones. I loved the green ones, whatever flavor
I
they
didn't
were.
even know there was a banana one.
I loved the orange ones. They're all top tier candies, and
They're not good. Oh,
I'm definitely gonna,
oh.
I'm definitely gonna get some in Oregon. Like doing all this candy stuff. Like usually I'm not really that much in the mood for candy, but like it's almost Halloween.
Yeah, honestly, I'm probably gonna go to the store after this and get some candy. I kind of got put in the mood for candy. I
Yeah,
got candy for me.
I'll wait until I'm going to Oregon because like I'll just candy it up then. All right. Well, the tier list on screen right now is my tier list, and this is Maddox's finished tier list.
Yeah, I finished. You can see my finish all over the screen.
We said it's tiering time, and we listed all over the place. All right, and for one more sub plug, coming up pretty soon, this next week, Shadow Generations is coming out. I'm going to be having day one Let's Plays of that, so that's another reason to subscribe. Hello. Also, you'll probably see videos of my cats. But thank you all so much for watching, and Camo Stag, do you have any ending words for them?
No, except for the fruit Tootsie Rolls suck and they taste like ass and shit from ass.
No, I love Tootsie Roll fruits.
You
Fruit
love
Tootsie Rolls.
ass?
No, I
Okay.
love fruit Tootsie Rolls. You're the one who loves ass. You're the one who
Okay.
loves ass.
Enough.
Anyways, yeah. So I will see you all next time. Thank you all so much for watching this long into the video. And, ending
Yeah.
catchphrase I don't have. Alright, ending the video now. Bye.